Yo, how's it going, guys? So today we got the 135 back here, and we're gonna be installing some new goodies we got for it. I did a review slash unboxing video of the things I'm putting on right now. So basically what we're putting on are quite a few things. First and foremost, this big 7-inch arm intercooler. Really big, it's really heavy. It's probably at least like a good 30-40 pounds, I want to say. But anyway, on top of that, as you can see, everything is pretty much stock on this car except for those dual cone intakes. Everything else is pretty much stock. I have done the plugs and coils, the Elder coils, which are really good. I have changed up the vacuum lines and all that stuff, just basically maintenance. So now what we're doing is actually putting on some fast boy parts. So first of all, like I said, let me try to get this camera view better. There we go, much better. So what we got here is an ARM Motorsports charge pipe with the stock DVs, no blow off valve or anything. So that would be pretty cool. This one's pretty cheap, it was like $100 something. And then I also got the upgraded what is this? This is for the intercooler. So this basically goes right here, like this, and it makes it a lot easier to install, and also it's less restrictive because look at this hole, humongous compared to the stock ones, which will maybe be somewhere around there. So yeah, anyway, so we're putting on charge pipe, upgraded hoses, and then obviously all the hardware that goes on it, and the big boy intercooler. And on top of that, I think I might have to remove like radiator fan and everything. So while we're there, I ordered some a new belt, all the new pulleys, ordered all of them from SCP Euros, you guys can see. Really good parts, and also some differential fluid right there, 75.90. So we're gonna be doing that all today. I'm not sure it's gonna be, it might be one video, it might be like separate videos, but for sure mainly we're trying to put the charge pipe on and the intercooler on. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, so the first thing we gotta do is basically take off this front bumper, I'm pretty sure. Because since the big one, the 7-inch one is way too big, sometimes you do have to cut out like that plastic you see right there in order for it to fit, because it pushes out a little bit. So yeah, we take off the bumper, pretty easy. Bolts right here. And then we might have to take off the wheel, maybe not, but there should be a bolt right here, which you guys can't really see, but it's there. That one right there holds the bumper up, and I think maybe this lining, and then it should just come right off. So that's all you basically gotta do, just the bolt right here. I think the lining as well, and these up here. It's a Craftsman set, pretty cool, bunch of bits. Anyway, so yeah, we got this. Then we got a little power grill, Milwaukee sponsored, you know. I'll just take this flip off. So as you can see, we will make this widescreen. So as you can see, there's one right here. There's gonna be quite a few on the bottom, which are going to have to come off because obviously they're connected to this plastic, which it should just come out with the bumper. And you'll see a bunch of other little screws. So to make it easier, we're gonna take off the wheels and then take off all those little screws. Okay, so you can see right here we got a 17, which is what you're gonna need. This is a Macco one, pretty good. And obviously your impact or something. Take a look. These wheels are on. Keep wax. This is a rubber mallet, by the way. This is super soft. You'll see all these little bolts right here. If it focus. Come on, focus. Okay, but either way, there's a bunch of little, they look like they're 8s. One right there. It just goes down, and then it'll go across. It would be obviously right here in the bumper. That's one. Just basically keep doing that. It should do the opposite, keep going across, back on the opposite on the top, and that should be it. Here we go, repeating. Oh, and in case you guys are wondering, this is your oil cooler right here. There it is. Anyway, back to taking off this bolt right here. Cool. That's off. And that should be all of them. Okay, these are gonna be pretty hard to explain. But these are basically like little squirters, right? From what I know. Or there's something else, I don't know what they are. But they have little clips right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you just basically just pop it out to the side. And it should unhook. Just like that on the side. It should be the same thing on the other side. Other side. Come on. Okay, other side. Unhook. So I took it off. Like I said, it's just holes. You bend them out and it should come off. It'll be stuck right there. Same thing on the other side. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you guys can. Okay, so you need one of these little pry bar things. See that side pretty easy. You want to be sure to use the plastic, because then obviously you'll mess it up. The strip right here. I'll take it off. So down. Make sure to get your jack out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom. But anyway, now we can actually get to the intercooler. So that's basically how you take off the bumper right there. You just push these down with the plastic. Definitely do not do this with the flathead, because you will scratch it up. So what you basically want to do is just jam it right here, so it pushes those tabs down and it'll unlock. And obviously all those screws on the bottom. These all go on the bottom, except for the longer one. The longer one goes on the end. But that's pretty much it. Now we got all this open space, and we can actually get a good look at this. And now we can take off this intercooler, which is what we're getting to right now. How it looks under here. Alright, so we got our intercooler right here. We got one hose. We got one more hose right over there. Those are pretty easy to take off. Now what makes it a little difficult is this right here. You gotta turn this somehow. What I know. Turn it. Maybe not. I lied. Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's like locked in there. So you pull it down, turn it. There we go. I guess that unlocks it, right? Same thing with this side. Pull it, turn it, unlocks it. The radiator fan is right here. Which, coming to look at it, I don't think it's in the right spot. I think it's supposed to be actually inserted right there. So someone's been here. Little pick, see if it works. We're gonna hook it up in there. Try to pull it down. You know what? I think a flathead will work way better. Take two, take two. There you go, much better. Okay, use a flathead, don't use a pick. I don't know who said use a pick, but you just pull it down. I'll hook it from the sides actually. So come on, there we go. There we go. Okay, just yank the whole thing off the brace. See, I put it to the top. Now it's not attached. Same thing with this side. This one looks a bit easier, so we'll just pry it. You can see it came right off. That was easy. Way easier than the other side. We'll just put them up there, and obviously the torque's right there. And on the obviously take this off. That's one. Put it to the side, and here's gonna be two. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of help it down. That's a lot of dirt. That's a lot of trash. Okay, cool. Oh, that's a lot of dirt and trash. Don't breathe this in. There it is. there is our little intercooler. Wow, awesome. As you can see in here, it's actually not that bad. I mean, I did put a catch can in it when I did the walnut blast. Yeah, this thing is clean. There's nothing in there. Cool, awesome. So as you can see, oh, you know what? Oh no, nothing in there. Nothing at all. It's completely dry. Surprisingly. Oh, you know what? We got a little bit. This is nothing though. Pretty much nothing. So cool. There is our small little intercooler. Great job, intercooler. Great job. And now here comes the semi-hard part, which would be the installation of a really big one, which I think you have to cut this off right here. The support, like right here and right here, just so it fits up in there. But first, we're gonna remove the pipes. Remove the pipe that goes up there, the one that goes over there. Which this one's gonna be the pretty hard one, just because it has kind of like a permanent hose clamp, which you pretty much just have to cut off, which is up here. So as you can see, it doesn't have anything to like do anything with, so you gotta cut it off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, looks like we had to remove the radiator fan, which was pretty easy. It's just one bolt right here, and the rest should just slide up. But anyway, now since we did that, we can get our die grinder and really cut it up right there, like cut off that hose clamp. As you can see, it's permanent, has no sort of loosening. So yeah, we're gonna do that real quick and be right back. There we go. There we go. Cool. So it's off. I could probably show you guys that retarded clamp. Here it is. You gotta cut it off. Obviously, once you cut it off, it should just break apart. And that's that, which is probably like one of the most hardest parts. And it's a bit pitted just because I was poking at it. It's not that bad. There's like a scratch here or there. That's it. I'm gonna clean that up real quick and we'll get back. Alright, so since we got the upgraded hose kit, you guys can see, so this is what this normally is stock, and then it will go into the intercooler like this. It looks kind of like an exhaust tip, to be honest, but if you guys didn't get the upgraded kit, you guys would just put it on regularly, but since I did, now what we want to do, it comes with the hose clamp. Looks pretty heavy duty. And we're gonna obviously put it inside like this. Alright, so now what you want to do is cut these right here and right here, and then retest fit it, because you have to basically cut it or else it's not going to fit. So alright, so basically what you guys are seeing right here is me struggling with the small tiny die grinder I had laying around and a tiny compressor, which you guys can't see, but either way the die grinder was pretty good for the small stuff, but when cutting the big piece of chunk of plastic, actually it was pretty hard. So I ended up using a sawzall, which I don't show in the video, but I did end up using a sawzall, which was way faster. So I would definitely recommend a sawzall or maybe like a bigger cutting disc or something. But the die grinder was okay, I guess. It did help out when cutting off the little edges and leaving it nice and clean, but as you guys saw, it took me forever, but ended up doing the job okay. And then I also forgot that it comes with 2 studs which go on the original bolts, where the original bolts went actually, and those just go on. They're just studs, and then it makes it easier to install it. It lines it up, and that's where you bolt up the new intercooler. Alright guys, so after a few hours of cutting and putting and cutting and test fitting and cutting and test fitting again, I basically had to chop it off quite a bit, basically parallel with this and parallel, well actually past that, so and I think I still needed to cut a little bit more over there, but you can see the clearance on that is very minimal. Over here it's a bit more better, but now it's solid in there, not gonna come off for sure. I'm gonna show you guys the basic stuff that's going on down here. So the hardware is really good. I tightened it up, it scooted it up as much as I could to the top, And the thing that was a pain to put on were these hoses. So this one is clocked this way, and that one up there was clocked in a different way. It had the fan out. But yeah, this one's as tight as possible. As you can see, it should be sealed pretty good. So yeah, that one was on there. Same thing on this side. I still need to tighten this one down. That one's super easy because it's super open. And right here, same thing. Tightening it down. And then you come here at the top, and you can see how that one is set up. It's set up so it doesn't get in the way of the radiator or any of the other hoses, because I had it another different way, but it would touch the hoses. So that's that. And then up here, this one goes in between that pipe and this radiator hose. If it's snug in there, and it opens up to right there. So that's pretty much it. I did have to take off the radiator. Makes it a lot easier. This radiator is pretty easy to take off either way. It's only one screw right here, connection right here, which is over here somewhere. Obviously the funnel, and it just comes right up. It's pretty easy. Other than that, now I can pretty much put the bumper back on once I tighten that last one up, because it's solid. It's really solid. I like how it is, and I still have to test fit it with the bumper on, just because I don't know how the clearance on the bottom is going to be, but it looks pretty much even with the car. But yeah, I'll stay updated right now. Alright, so pretty much done installing the new ARM Motorsports charge pipe for M54. One thing I do want to point out is that this is the O-ring that it came with, the ARM one. I tried putting it in here and it wouldn't fit, so I used my old one that was in here, and it fit perfectly fine. I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, but yeah. And then you just replace the map sensor, use the 2 Allen bolts that comes with it, that goes on. And then last but not least, we just gotta put the stock diverter valves back on, which it does come with some hose clamps. So you put a hose clamp here, then you put another hose clamp, and you put the diverter valve. What is that? Oh my god. But anyway, so right now I'm just trying to line this up. It should line up. I just gotta scoot it a little forward. But yeah, and then once I do that, that's how it looks like with the intercooler in the front. It looks really cool. That's what it looks like. It's slightly taller than this one. I mean, this one is about yay big. This one is about an inch more, at least. Alright, so here's an update. I pretty much have it like set up, but the only thing I find kind of weird is that there's this weird gap right here. But then again, it's not completely flush, but you can see like it kind of, it's not really, it looks cool. I mean, look at it. Nice. But I guess I would prefer if it was a step one that goes a bit higher, just because there's that weird gap. But then again, it is lifted. But if you look at it from like this angle, it looks sick. But the only thing I'm kind of debating right now is putting the grill back on, because you can take off the grill, and I think it looks kind of better, like kind of like a sleeper, and it's not so obvious, you know. So I'm kind of debating which one it is, because then again, if I do it like that, it's kind of open. Like this, it's kind of sleeper, and you can still kind of see it. Which I think I'm gonna go with that one with the grill back on, just because I don't have an exhaust on it yet, so it's not really that loud or anything, and I want to cause too much attention, you know. I want to be kind of like sleeper. But it looks really sick like that. Don't get me wrong, it looks really cool. But I think I'm gonna put the grill back on, just because. But everything is pretty much buttoned up. Like I said, the bumper's like semi put on, but everything fit really good. Some of them were kind of a hassle to put on, like this tube right here to the charge pipe was pretty hard, but other than that it was fine, just to clamp it down. All the radiator fan went back on. This is solid, not going anywhere. And yeah, I guess I just would prefer if it was a little bit higher, but that's how it goes. It's already on the factory mounting bolts right there and over there. It's already to the top, as high as it can be. I guess if I kind of like shaved it down, the bracket right here guess if I shaved off the top, I guess I could go up a bit more, but I'll leave that as is. Looks really cool. But like I said, I think I'm gonna put the grill back on. Only thing is, it won't go on because of these right here. So I'm gonna cut these off, and hopefully it will fit perfectly, and it won't cause too much attention, you know. Because I do like it, but I think it looks slightly better like this. It's not too obvious. But yeah, stay tuned.